You guys have been together, we were just talking about it, for almost 19 years. I want to go back to the beginning. Tell me about the first Valentine's Day you ever celebrated together. Do you remember it?
Oh, geez, because we got together in October. So it would be almost like a full year. We might have been married already.
They did it quick.
We got married within 10 months.
Oh
right?
my God.
Oh, yeah. She
So
had to
we
lock
were-
me down.
We were engaged in 4 months and married within that year.
That is, I
Yeah.
love that.
So when you know, you know.
Why waste time when you know?
When you know, you know.
I guess,
And
yeah.
I mean, you guys clearly knew correctly because over a decade later, you are one of like the most beloved couples on Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the secret to maintaining such a, like, because you guys have so much fun together, a fun, spicy, successful marriage through all that time?
Don't answer.
Sex. You gotta do it. Without that, then. No, I always say, listen.
You know what he's gonna say. That was like a stupid
listen.
question.
Listen, if you don't do it, you walk around, you become roommates. Who wants to be? I don't want a roommate that costs me a lot of money. I want to go around what happens is when you do it, right? Then you walk downstairs the next day, you walk by each other in the kitchen, and you touch each other. And you're like, oh, but if you don't do it, you're like, hey, how you doing? Did you pay that bill? No, did you pay that bill? All right, it's just friends.
I knew he was gonna answer that way.
You guys have a busy morning routine, it sounds like.
It is.
Yeah, if it were up to him, but now I'm the boss, so we do what I say.
Oh, and I also love to see democracy in action the other night on Watch What Happens Live. 75% of the audience was Team Joe and Melissa.
Oh, thank you.
That must feel good. How does it feel to have all that fan support going into a season that might be difficult to watch back?
It's always difficult. You know what? It's difficult when you're filming it, and then but there's fun parts too. But it's great. It's great to know that the people know that we are actually one of the longest standing couples on reality TV, period. Yes. There's really no one out there in the reality world who is married longer than us.
That's history.
Yeah.
She's a good woman from a good family, right? And then she married into an old school Italian family. And she took a beating. She did. And that's why I respect her and love her, because you know what? Yeah, she's the best. I mean, my mother was rough on her. My dad was rough on her. And my sister was great with her. You know, she was great. So, I mean,
The jokes.
we are where we are.
Through all the beatings and the darts, how have you become stronger as a couple?
I think that it does. I know a lot of people do ask me that a lot. Like, does the show make you guys stronger? I think it tests you in a lot of ways, because it's like, all right, we're going to throw a million darts at your marriage. We're going to accuse Melissa of being 1,000 different things and hooking up with 1,000 different guys. And is Joe still going to love you? Or vice versa.
And he always does.
No, but seriously, all joking aside, I don't think the show, it doesn't really interfere much with us, because we are truly the type that go and do the show, but when we go home, we let it go.
Before we talk to him, what are your thoughts on Paulie?
I hate that guy.
I love the way he says,
We're gonna make him say it.
Did I do that good, Paulie? No, I like that someone bosses Dolores around. That's what I like.
Yes.
Finally! She could go out with her friends all the time. She could do whatever. Now she's like, I gotta be with Paulie.
Know
I'm
what
like,
I like?
it's about time someone puts a leash on Dolores. I love it.
You know what I like about Paulie? Dolores. I like to touch that.
He is a poet.
Right,
He
Paulie?
He does have a way with words.
That's the best line ever. Swear to God, you gotta give it to him.
I mean,
Danny and I have questions about that poem.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Valentine's Day.
Literally, we have a hot as hell fire captain, Russell Abraira, in the house, and his lovely wife, Guerdy. They are ready to Gerdify this stage. Hello, Russell. Very nice to see you. Give you a hug.
And that's called foreplay.
Wow.
Well, to kick it off, Guerdy, we're so excited that you convinced Russell to do this because
It took 3 tries, and I won on the 3rd strike, of course. I Guerdified that bitch.
Oh, okay. How did you Gerdify him, Guerdy? What did it take to get him to New York?
Well, so, he's very determined. He's low-key, but when Russell says no, it's a big, fat no until I say so. So I had to kind of maneuver my way into convincing him to do this.
No more shutting down at night.
No more.
How do you feel about the husbands on Miami? Because a lot of them have started to be getting in the drama more with some shouting, some crazy dinners and everything. How is your take on that, Russell, and then Guerdy?
Myself personally, I mean, if I can stay out of that, I will. I think that's women's business. But I can also understand, like the incident that happened at the dinner. I can understand one perspective. I wouldn't have handled it that way, but I can understand what he was going through. His wife was probably maybe pushing him to make a case for herself.
He?
Yeah, who are?
I mean, everybody knows, there was Todd and Anthony. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, they each had their story, and they stuck to it.
I like them both. Like I said, I wouldn't handle it that way, but kudos to him for sticking up for his woman.
Do you like them both, Guerdy?
Repeat that?
Do you like them both, Todd and Anthony?
I do, actually. I love it. I mean, I've been wanting to have double date with Todd and Alexia for a while, and it just hasn't happened yet. Nicole, Dr. Nicole is my girl from day one, and I stick with loyalty for sure.
I'm still waiting for her private jet to land over here.
I was just on it 2 days ago. We were on it. Yeah, exactly.
After filming this season and after filming the reunion, how are you processing everything that went down on Lisa Lane? I mean, what's the state today?
It's hashtag Lisa Lane, #1. And my advice stuck because I said to her, it's you and your kids, move on, focus, and next time, like onwards, right? And so all the other girls all of a sudden now are saying, oh my God, yeah, you should just do you and the kids. I'm like, yeah, I've been said that. Like,
Guerdy had it right from the moment they mentioned it. So
yeah, editing,
please recognize.
Editing is a bitch, and there was way more to that content. But yeah, for sure, I'm all about like progressing in life, and she's an amazing woman, and she's gonna be all right. Lisa's got this. Lisa's good.
I love that you brought up that moment because I was so confused when all the ladies got mad at you because I was like, isn't Guerdy just being very supportive of Lisa? I was like, why is everyone yelling at her now?
Exactly. Yeah, people like to act with chaos and confusion where they don't want to acknowledge your strength in the group, but soon they will. Stay tuned to next season, baby. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, love to hear that, and I can't wait to see how things played out at the reunion. How would you tease the reunion? What kind of conflict went down? I kind of feel like Alexia had a lot of beef on her platter. There's you, there's Dr. Nicole, there's Adriana.
I mean, Andy had to apologize for yelling at some people who were not just getting it. So you'll see that happen, and you know what? The 3 words I will use is chaos, emotional, and a lot of yelling.
Did you leave it thinking of any of your castmates differently? Like, oh, now I understand their point of view differently, or now I'm like,
Yes.
oh, now I really got, yeah.
And in a negative way. Some people who I gave 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, go. And I look at them like, you know what? You're really not the person I wish you were. And so at the reunion, I had an enlightenment. And next season, I'm ready. On go.
An enlightenment. What unenlightenment you said? What was the kind of epiphany?
Some people disappointed me, and again, the problem is that some people in the cast are not remembering that it's called a reboot. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, because if you were so successful back then, you would still been on TV, wouldn't you have? So there has been a remix. It's called a remix, right? And so
And it
we
went number
are
one.
in here for a reason, and we need to respect each other. And when people think that they're on 50 and you're at 0, we're gonna have a problem, because I came to this country from Haiti to Paris, from Paris to America, speaking no language, French and English. So now I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. And people are gonna have to respect that. I made it on my own, and for anyone to think that they can just do whatever they want and lay on their backs and get paid and think that they're better than me, no, we're not gonna do this. No. Hierarchy will never, ever win with me. And when I feel like someone thinks they're above me because of who knows what accolades they think they have over me, it's gonna be an issue for me. So I'm looking forward to everyone understanding that we're all on the same playing field and we're here to move forward together. Sisterhood.
Something tells me you're not one of the only fans on OnlyFans.
Well, I don't know. I'm here to fix crowns. I'm fixing crowns. I'm not here to snatch any.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Guerdy just shut it down in here, guys. Okay, Russell.
Have you guys been Gerdified yet?
Oh, yes, they have been. You look so good.
Glasses on, Paulie.
What the am I doing up here?
Paul.
No.
Paul had no idea what he signed up for, by the way,
She
guys.
didn't tell me I was going to be on TV.
You guys, the first time I met Paulie, I was doing a Zoom with Dolores. We were talking about the season 12 reunion, and at that time, we knew that she was dating a new man, and I, of course,
No
asked her
secrets
questions. And she was like, you want to meet him? And then he comes on Zoom, starts speaking. I immediately melt. The Irish accent is everything.
It is.
Talk for us.
Total panty dropper, by
Top
the
of
way.
the morning to you.
Wait, well, now I feel like I need you to say because Melissa says you do it so well.
Maybe a little bit of later on.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not like Tarzan.
Friday. It's Friday, you say all the time.
I do say it all the time.
Oh, it's a catchphrase. I love
I'm
it.
actually very nervous.
Why?
I'm joking for sake.
It's not.
Proper Paul.
Listen,
It's a
his
joke.
first
Come
time
on.
stage, everybody.
Oh! Dolores, I don't think anyone's gonna slide in his DMs because I think everybody knows not to mess with Dolores.
Yeah. You're gonna get a piece of Patterson, Dolores, if you slide into his DM.
Yes.
So.
Joe knows Patterson Dolores when we were little. She
Wait,
knows.
Paulie, have you met Patterson Dolores? Has she manifested yet?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
My biggest mistake I made was giving her my password to my phone. Like,
Oh! Okay, I don't blame you.
that's my cousin.
and it was. But anyway,
But in fairness, she should not have sent me a naked photograph.
That cousin will
I
never
don't know what
text you
goes on
again.
in Ireland over there.
Well-
He's totally kidding.
Speaking of Ireland, we have a fun little game for you guys,
Uh-oh.
and it's called Paulie's Pot of Gold.
So basically the game is cash in or kiss. If you pull out a coin, you gotta cash in and answer a juicy question about your relationship. If you pick out a shamrock, you get lucky. You don't have to answer the question, you just have to give each other a little kiss on the cheek. You ready?
Do you guys think there's more coins or shamrocks in here? All right. Close your eyes.
Both of us are picking?
You're
We're gonna
pick
take
one at a
turns.
I
time.
think I can feel which one is which one. Okay. All right.
Is that my shamrock?
Oh, what am I supposed to do now?
Kiss him. Ooh. Okay.
And I'm shy.
That's a 4-leaf clover.
Yes. All right. Well, and you're also very, very good at remaining neutral. It is.
That's not easy as it looks.
Well, yeah. It's like an art. I feel like for you, it's like you are a master at the craft. I feel like you should get into politics or something. What is the hardest part about like remaining neutral in such a divisive
I'll tell you what
cast?
it is, and I
Okay.
have the answer, and I know people have always wondered.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes of doing that and not taking a side and not getting in the middle of the fight, I know how to fight. And I know how to fight for someone. Amongst friends, I stay neutral because I could support the person, but I don't need to support that argument. And I do care about all of them. I do. And I don't always agree with the person and what they're doing, but I still can stand by them as a... Behind the doors, behind closed doors, is not easy for me. I am left out of things. I am pictured as maybe not a good friend when I am a better friend than the person that's standing next to them.
This is real right here. This is
the
real.
person that's standing next to them isn't always a better friend than me. I don't like to instigate things. I like for things to calm down, and I'll speak my piece, because emotional people don't carry, they're not rational. It's not, emotions do not follow rational channels. They just don't. So when somebody wants to calm down, then I'm gonna talk to you. Otherwise, I could get violent, I could get nasty when things are like that, and, well, you know.
I think we all were. I was upset but impressed at how much you just kind of like kept your composure this premiere.
Well, that's because I don't have the weight of the world on me anymore. Like, he
Excuse me.
takes a lot of stuff.
We have a love bubble.
Yeah, I'm in
Yes.
but, you know.
A love pot.
I know, Melissa Gorga. I know. But, you know, I have somebody in my life that off camera takes a lot of heat off me on things. I've always had, I've been divorced 25 years. And I've raised 2 kids by myself. And I've had a lot of responsibilities on my plate. And sometimes there was a lack of patience for things because of everything that I had on top of me. So I was able to let you know, it might have saved Jennifer's life this season that I had somebody in my...
I think I actually did save Jennifer's life.
You know, I had him, if you'll know in that scene, he stands behind me and he puts his hand on my back. And I was like, I wanted to throw
I actually
things.
took the knife. I was taking the knife out of
wanted to run
her
out the
bag.
door after her, and I wanted to get a hold of her. But you know what? It felt good to not when I rewatched it, though. I have to say. I was sweating.
You can bruise a cop. Don't do it.
No, I know. But, you know, that was okay. I can't say I've been able to be that way in the past because of a lot of stuff. But anyway, being neutral isn't really neutral. It's not like I'm Switzerland. It's just I'm not getting involved with something that I don't think more people need to get involved in. Right? And so he can tell you what goes on behind the scenes. Thank you.
Okay.
Maybe I don't get an invitation. Maybe I don't get every invitation. But if that means keeping my integrity where it is, I'll do it.
Well, you're
Integrity over invitation.
yes, that's right.
But he can tell you, I get some phone calls from all ends.
Oh.
Okay.
And I just calm it down. I
100%.
say, I'm sorry for how you feel, and I'm sorry for what you're going through. But
And I've learned from that as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm, you know, being Irish, highly strung. Sometimes you just want to be compulsive and go back real quick. But, you know, I've watched being in this relationship and I've seen the dynamic of everything. And I mean, I'm like, wow, this woman really puts it forward. Like, because she doesn't add to the unnecessary
if I
needs.
care about you, I'll let you take things out on me because I understand. I care about you enough to know you need somebody to do that too, and I'll listen. But don't do it too much. You know?
You guys look stunning. You are literally the Ken and Barbie of Summer House. And
Thank you, guys.
You have absolutely
Stop it.
been on a journey from friends to lovers to neither, back to lovers to getting engaged to planning a wedding. How would you sum up the evolution of your relationship? And knowing what you know now, what would you tell the younger versions of yourself on that first date?
Oh my God.
That first date?
Yeah.
That was like
the
what-
fireball date?
Oh my God, you guys, our first date was absolutely insane. We went on my roof and I pulled out nips of Fireball from my purse. Like, who does that, first of all?
I feel a lot of people here probably have done that.
Like, who pulls out nips of Fireball? And I'm just like, yeah, single Lindsay's nuts.
Yeah. We don't want single Lindsay anymore. I locked that down like I told Everett to in season 1.
Okay.
I said to him, I said, you better lock that down, bro. You're going to miss out.
Because he was coming after it.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't listen.
I was going to say, it's been she said this, but it literally has been a fairy tale. You know, being friends, we have this amazing bond. We've been through so much together, and then, you know, I got my together. We were in a much better place, and literally...
I got my together, kind of.
No, I was talking to Lindsay back in the green room, and we were saying how you guys could like sell your life story, and it could be an actual rom-com.
No, it is. It literally is an actual up rom-com. Like, we are literally like the definition of twisted fairy tale, which was my birthday theme last year. But like, then I wound up with Prince Charming and had no idea that was coming after.
Well,
Thanks, babe. We're right now in our babe era, and everybody hates us for saying babe so much. So apologies in advance, but also, who yourself?
I'm glad you addressed that because I did sigh a little bit. But I do love that you say you guys are like twisted romance because from watching you guys on the show, it seems you two right now are like the most secure couple. Like you guys have each other's back a lot and everything. Does it feel like that? Like you guys are kind of like coming in like in this upcoming season, like, all right, we have each other. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but we're just happy to be together.
I mean, I feel like we've been that way for the last 7 years. Like, we're best friends turned into lovers, turned into now we're engaged.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't help but have that person's back. Like, I will always, until the day I die, have this guy's back, and I will be in my grave having his back.
Who do you think will be doing the most talking about your relationship on this upcoming season of Summer House? If you had to guess.
I mean, everybody, but, you know, probably Danielle, let's be honest.
I was going to say Danielle.
Unfortunately.
I feel like this is kind of like a Bravo Brangelina breakup because we're just like, wait, what? Are you guys as surprised as all of us of that being the answer?
I was absolutely surprised. I walked into the summer thinking that we were all good, everything was great, we're best friends, and it turned out that there was a lot more that she had to say, and not to me.
How is the wedding planning process going?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Be honest.
Wedding planning
It's a nightmare.
sucks. Like, I'm gonna go like, I'm gonna do.
We need Guerdy.
You need to get Guerdy on this.
I know. I
Can we
put
get
it in her ear. I was like, Guerdy, we're gonna talk about my wedding when I see you.
Can we get a Bravo discount, Guerdy?
She's like,
AKA, we need you to do it for free.
So,
Dress and cake.
what has been the most difficult part of planning the wedding?
Okay, so and I'm a publicist and I've planned weddings my entire life, like for the
Events,
last
you mean,
15.
not weddings.
Or sorry, what events? I'm not Guerdy. For the last 15 years, but planning your wedding is so different. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Unless you're married, like, you just don't know how to explain. Planning a wedding is just crazy. And we have a lot of different criteria than normal weddings, like where it's like, okay, well, can you fit an extra like 100 people and rooms for our crew and cameramen and lighting and sound and like producers? Can you, like, also, do you mind if we film? So there's a lot more criteria. So it's a little bit like, it's just a longer process for us, but we are this close to signing a venue. To get married this fall. And, that's all I can really say because I haven't signed a contract yet.
Thank you guys so much, and shout out to Tri-State Cadillac, who this show was presented by. They have a fun little gift bag and a present for you on the way out, so be sure to pick it up.